Here's the star right here. Here she is right here. This is Chennedy Carter, everybody. All-world guard right here. I tell you guys, like I always say, she's the best at it. She's the best guard at it.
Any more in person for Coach? All right, thank you.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you. My dog. Always.
We'll open to questions for Chennedy. Anyone can start.
Chennedy, pregame you said you were excited about tonight and being back in Atlanta. Was that what we saw out there? You playing excited?
Yeah, I think just that's why I was like I didn't mean to like say it. I just didn't want to like focus on Atlanta. I just want to focus on myself. Now that the game is over, we can talk about it. I just didn't want to shift my focus to you're being back in Atlanta. It's the team that drafted you. Like, nah, let's lock in. Let's focus on basketball and let's do what I've been doing this whole season.
I mean, great game, the entire game, but the fourth quarter, you really you took it into your own hands. Especially late. What mode was that we saw from you out there?
I think it's just me, my competitive nature. It just started to come out. I really want to win, and I know that I can do valuable things to put this team in a good position to win. So I'm just trusting myself a little bit more and getting out of my shell. I know that this team has my back, but over the course of the games, I get more comfortable, and I think that's what we're starting to see.
Barbie and Ken in the fourth quarter, is that what?
It's always Barbie and Ken. It's always Barbie and Ken.
Holly, welcome back.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah, so what's the difference between the number 3 that we saw here a couple years ago and the number 7 that stands in front of us today?
I think the difference is just Chicago allows me to be me. They love me for who I am, and they took the time to get to know me outside of just basketball. So I think that brings out my best version. Like, it's brought out my best self. I was in a shell sometimes, and I feel like they allowed me to be me. So I'm just a different person and player all around. I've grown, I've matured.
Any more in person for Chennedy?
Yes. So you told me when you were here in Atlanta, I remember you saying Iverson was your guy, right?
Yeah.
Playing like. Was there anybody in WNBA that you modeled your game after in the past, or?
I mean, I grew up playing with all men. I grew up playing with boys. I have all brothers. So Iverson, that's all we did was watch men's basketball and talk about basketball. So my focus was on guys. So I watched a lot of men growing up. I watched women's too. Like, my cousin previously played for the Sky, Gia Perkins. That's probably somebody who I'd say I look up to in the family, but that's about it.
Have you had a chance to talk to Iverson since?
Not since. But he knows exactly who I am though. He knows.
We'll go to Crying Bell on Zoom. Please unmute.
Hey Kennedy.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Great. So one thing just about the game today. Defensively, it just seemed that the identity that you guys preached from the beginning of the season was there for an entire 40 minutes today. What was kind of the mentality that you guys had, especially coming out of the third quarter? You guys had 7 turnovers, and there was something that wasn't locked in. What was something that was how would you describe the mentality that you guys had heading into the final 10 minutes?
I think that we're a team that we're learning how to close. We're learning how to finish. So I try to do my best to let the team know, like, hey, these last 10 minutes are very valuable. They're very important, and we just try to focus on the things that we need to focus on, which is locking in on the scout. We know that when it's time to win, teams typically go to things they do well and things that we've scouted. So it's really just locking in and trusting that our coaches put us in the right position. They're watching film, they're scouting. We just have to go out there and execute.
And then, we've talked about the handles and the quick handles, but let's also talk about the speed and the the quick feet that you have. You have this ability to kind of switch gears very smoothly and easily, going from like a first gear into a fourth gear. What is that? How did you work on that, and how did you try to gain and find a way to control your speed throughout the games?
I give all my credit to my dad. I think it's more so I'll give half the credit to my dad. I give half the credit to Nikki Collin. She's someone who's helped me with pace. She's someone who's helped me become a dynamic guard, and it just started with putting me in positions to where I was uncomfortable, and now I am comfortable with other teams because I've done it before. So I give credit just to Nikki for my pace, and then my dad just for my first step and my quickness. We've been working on that since I was a kid, so now it's just like trying to just keep it and just playing hard.
Any more in person for Chennedy?
What was your message to Angel when she earned the All-Star nod? Like, what did you specifically say to her?
I would just let her know, I'm proud of her. I'm happy for her. I think that this is a big year for her. I want her to win Rookie of the Year as well. I think she's doing a great job leading that race, and I mean, Angel's special. I'm just happy to see her get everything that she deserves, watching it up close, and being the Ken to her Barbie. It's amazing to see these doors open for her, man.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone.